Hello everyone, it's Kathy and welcome back here in my craft room and back on my YouTube channel, Kathy's Random Acts of Stampin'. I'm so glad you're here today. We're going to be working with that same stamp set, and it's the one that's free in our Sale-A-Bration and the one that we did our last card with called Softly Sophisticated. Such a simple little stamp set, but I just want to reiterate what a powerful punch this little stamp set has. It is so versatile and it's so much fun to work with. Love the fonts. The fonts are absolutely beautiful. And our last card, if you remember, we did this one. Well, we're going to do something a little bit different today, and tomorrow I'll be able to come on and show you what we have here. And in saying what we have now, I can actually open this catalog tomorrow and show you all of the beauties that are inside. If you have not received a catalog from me and you are interested in becoming my customer, please reach out to me. My email address will show up right here, and you can contact me through my email, or you can call me. All of my information is listed under the video. So please reach out. If you would like one of these catalogs, please let me know and I'll be glad to get one out in the mail to you. If you're a regular customer of mine, you should have already received yours. Okay, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started on our cute little card. And I think you're going to really like what I did with this one. I'm going to go ahead and pull out some stamps that I want to use. I want to use the hello there. I'm going to use that little greenery and the flowers right there. So those are the three that I have chosen. And I have a card base, and this is a basic white 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. And it's going to be a portrait card, so it's going to open like this. I also have a piece of old olive, and I am going to place that right about there. And if you remember this softly stippled paper, which is also a free item, we're going to use this piece right here. This pack of paper is stunning. I absolutely love it. And I've cut a mat for that. And this is going to mat right here. All of the measurements will be on my blog post. So when this video goes up, the blog post should already be up as well, and you should be able to pull that up. I'm going to set that over to the side for a minute because I've got some squares cut here. Now, for 2 of my squares, I used the Stylish Shapes, and I used the 2 larger dies. I wish I'd had one larger for this piece, but I didn't. So I'm going with it like it is. So what we're going to do is we are going to layer these on top of each other. Isn't that a beautiful combination, the pool party and the old olive? This is the piece I'm going to stamp on. So let's go ahead and grab some ink, and I want to do old olive and pool party. So I'm going to grab my stamp block, and I'm going to load my greenery up on one first, and we're going to stamp that in the old olive. And I'm just going to ink this up really well. Make sure I got a good coverage of ink on it. That looks pretty good. And I'm going to stamp this over to the side about here. Give that a good press. Beautiful. Then I'm going to grab another stamp block, and I'm going to pick up, before I pick these up though, I want to arrange these where they belong. If you place these down and get your little buds where they belong, everything else will kind of fall in place. And that looks really good. Right about there. So I'm going to pick that up like this. Let's go ahead and click. Well, I'm going to leave that old olive open for a minute because we're going to stamp our sentiment in that color. And I've got my pool party right here. Oops, and I got a stamp on the bottom. Oh, let's move that over. I didn't want that to be sitting like I didn't want it to be. And I'm going to ink this up in my pool party. I love this pool party. It's sort of a greenish blue. It's very soft, very pretty. And again, I'm going to anchor my buds where they belong first and stamp that down. So pretty. Look how gorgeous that is. Now I'm going to close this up, and I'm going to bring in one more block, and I'm going to pick up my Hello There, and I'm going to ink that in the old olive. I did try it in the pool party, and I didn't feel like it was dark enough, and I'll show you that one. See, it just does not look quite dark enough, so I thought we'll redo that, and let's try it in the old olive and see what we have. Very pretty. And look how that kind of goes out from the limbs like it's kind of all connected. I love that. All right, that's all we need as far as our inks go right this minute. So let's go ahead and start to put this together. The first thing I want to do is I want to center this on top of there. And I'm trying to decide, do I want to pop that up? And I think I do. So I'm going to use some dimensionals. And I'm going to pop this up by putting, I think I'll do 5 on here. I'll do 1 on each corner and 1 in the middle. I think that will be sufficient to hold this in place for us. Let's go ahead and pull these off. Love, love, love my dimensionals. I think everything looks better when it's popped up a little bit. So let's lay that down about like that. That looks good. Now we're going to glue that directly down, and I'm just going to use liquid glue for this. And again, there's that little tip of glue that's on the end of my little glue press. Absolutely. I don't know what I did without this. Isn't it funny how your tools that become a part of you that you reach for every time? What did we do before we had that? That is just one of those questions. So I'm going to put this down, and I want to try to make sure I'm getting an even border all the way around. Anytime you're dealing with squares and rectangles, you want to try to make sure you got it as nice and straight. That's definitely not straight. Let's try that again. And yes, I do battle with getting my pieces on straight, just like you do. We're all crafters and we all have the same battles. All right, so now I want to go ahead and glue this piece of Designer Series paper onto my old olive. Something like that. Get that pressed down really good. And I'm going to grab my bone folder because I like to really smooth that glue out. It also helps it to adhere better, and it just makes sure that everything, we're not going to see any lines up underneath there from our glue. All right, so now this piece is ready to go onto our card base. So again, I'm just going to use some liquid glue. Just like that. And again, I'm going to set this down, paying attention to my margins. Give it a press. I'm going to go back over. That paper's so pretty. It's so delicate. I love that. Now we have this piece, and we can do several things here. We could put this up high and put something down here like a bow or something. We could do it to one corner like that. We could do it more to the bottom and put a bow up there. You have a lot of options with this. I think what I want to do is I want to put it maybe about there. And then I'm going to tie a little bow to go right down here in this bottom corner. I think that's what I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and commit and put some glue on the back. And I am going to go right about there. Press that down. And I got some gems here. These are the Tinsel Gem 3-pack. And we have 3 beautiful colors in here. We have some pretty peacock. It looks like the green, I think, will go perfect with the pool party. So we're going to use that lighter green. And we're going to put 3 gems right there. I think that'd be really, really super pretty. And we could make this card with it saying hello there. It could be a birthday card, a thinking of you card, a thank you card, whatever you want it to be. And I think I'm going to do 3 right down the front like that. Very pretty. That adds something there that takes away from that little empty spot. And then for our inside, I'm going to grab a piece. I don't know if I want to put a piece of this inside or if I want to do a white mat. Let's see what else I have up here. I had some green. Here's my green. I knew I had another piece of old olive. I think I'm going to do a piece of old olive and then a piece of the pool party, and we'll stamp on the pool party. I think that'd be pretty, and it will carry those colors all the way through. So, a piece of pool party. Let's set our card over to the side, and let's get our paper trimmer out. And I'm going to need the old olive to be 4 by 5 1/4. And again, don't worry about the measurements. Everything's going to be over on the PDF tutorial that's going to be posted on my blog, so it won't be a problem with getting that. So we're going to cut that at 4 by 5 1/4. And then we're going to do our pool party piece at 3 3/4. 3 3/4 by 5. And that gives us our pieces that we need for the inside. Now we need to decide if we want to do some little flowers on the inside. And why not? Why not put some of these pretty little flowers? I love that one right there. And I think I'm going to stamp it right about there. And I'm going to do this one. I believe I'm going to do it in, I'm going to go off the beaten path. I'm going to do this one in a gray tone. I'm going to use my pebbled path. I don't think I have used the stamp since I got it. Some of those colors were not my favorite, but I am starting to embrace them a little bit more. This is going to give you something that's going to look a little darker than a gray. I think it's going to look very subtle on this. I think that's going to look really good. And I'm also going to do my flowers in that same color. I need to pull the flowers off of here. And these flowers go make sure I'm getting that in the right direction. That's the bud. Like that. And I'm going to pick that up with a block. Ink it. And let's see if we can get that right where we need it to be. Very pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? And then let's do our sentiment inside, and let's say you're in my thoughts. I love that one. This could be a beautiful little thinking of you card, just to let someone know that they are in your thoughts and that you're thinking of them. And we all like to know that someone's thinking about us or they care for us. And what better way than a card? You can touch so many people with just a simple gesture of a card to say, hey, you matter to me and I'm thinking of you. I'm sending you good thoughts and prayers. And there is our inside. So let's go ahead and close this one up. And I'm going to put some glue on the back. And let's just lay this on here. Something like that. And now we're ready to glue this on the inside of our card, and this card is done. Now, how simple and easy was that to make a beautiful card from stamp to finish? And it was just so simple to put together, and yet it is a gorgeous card. And look at these colors. I used my color coach to come up with these colors, and I've been trying to step out of my comfort zone and combine some different colors that I normally would not put together. And I'm really loving the effect of it. So let me know what y'all think about the color choices that I've been using lately, and if there are colors that you would like. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Oops, get my finger on the right button. Whoop, not that way. How about like that? And let's move it up just a hair. That is so pretty. I love, love, love the way that turned out. I think when we were going to do a bow, do we need a bow? That's the question. Let's see what color ribbon I've got that might coincide with that. I've got some pool party. I really like that old olive. I'm looking to see if I have anything in an old olive that this looks more like a garden green. It is. That's garden green. That's not going to cut it. I do have the new crumpled ribbon that is in the Sale-A-Bration. Let's take a piece of that and see if we just tie a simple bow. This is a free ribbon, and this is the first time I've remembered them having ribbon for Sale-A-Bration. So they've got gems and embossing folders and dies and papers galore this time. Yeah, that's pretty. I'm going to make a very, very simple bow, and I'm going to grab my ribbon scissors for this, and I'm just going to cut off a piece like that and maybe angle it here. And I'm going to make this into just a very simple loop bow. Maybe I cut it too short, but we'll see. See if we can hold that edge and pull it. Oh, it's pretty. So pretty. Oh, yes. I love that. That is perfect right there. Let's see. We want it there or here. I think I like it at the bottom. So I'm going to use a glue dot and put that down. And that was just a little afterthought, but I think it turned out perfect. So here's my little mini glue dots, and I'm going to pick that up just like that, and then just put that down just like that. Isn't that pretty? That dressed the card up tremendously. Amazing what a little piece of ribbon. This is actually ruched ribbon, or they call it crinkled ribbon. I love this. I think it's gorgeous, and it's absolutely free with a $50 purchase. And that starts tomorrow, so be ready to go shopping. I know it's exciting times with Stamping Up, and I'm going to come on and talk to you about what the initiative is if you decide you want to sign up for Stamping Up. No, you don't have to do what I do, but there'll be more details with that tomorrow. So stay tuned. God bless and keep you. And thanks so much for tuning in once again to my card tutorial. And this is the Softly Sophisticated. Again, it is a freebie in the Sale-A-Bration starting January the 4th. God bless and keep you. And as I always say in closing, let everything that you do and say, every word and every action, bring glory to our Lord and Savior, Jesus. And until we craft again, know that you are loved, you're cared about, and you're thought of. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.